Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
And welcome to the wedding of Allyson Paisley and Eric Schwartz. I would like to greet all of the Paisley and Schwartz family and friends, and thank you for coming to celebrate this great occasion. Now, the first thing, Allyson and Eric have asked us to take a moment to remember their grandparents who are no longer with us, and to acknowledge Allyson's grandmother, Maddie, who could not travel to be here with us today, but wish she could be here. So my name is Blake Temple, and the reason I am honored to be standing here today is because the Temple family and the Paisley family have been friends for 3 generations. And this is because we have cottages on Skeleton Lake and have always celebrated together there in Canada in the summers. Allyson and my daughter Annie are close friends. I am David Paisley's oldest childhood friend. David and I were in each other's weddings, and I have known Allyson since she was born. David Paisley is as much my older brother as my best friend. And I had hundreds of jokes to follow that, but I'm going to take them anyway. I have watched Allyson blossom from a quiet, observant, and intelligent young girl who I recall usually wanted all the cottage games we played, into a woman full of creativity, confidence, and competence. Besides her obvious creative and artistic talents, Allyson's greatest qualities are her good judgment, her no-nonsense ability to make decisions, and her awesome strength of character. I also have gotten to know Eric during these visits over several years, and we have had great times together doing David's summer Thanksgiving and singing in crazy karaoke songs. I am impressed with Eric as an extremely intelligent, sensitive, and insightful young man. I know Eric best as someone with a great sense of humor and as a leader with the ability and desire to make everyone in a group feel comfortable and included. Eric has acknowledged in writing that Allyson wears the pants. And that's a capital T-H-E. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but I do have it in writing, and if anyone would like a reference to that, I have one back to that. Okay. Also, Allyson and Eric are both into Halloween and Halloween costumes. And I have a reference to this too, if anyone's interested. So I think I speak for everyone here when I say that I'm a bit relieved that Eric did show up wearing pants. In summary, Allyson and Eric make a sensational team. As a couple, they're extremely creative, outward-looking, inclusive of others, and most of all, both of them have a wonderful sense of humor that makes others happy and will sustain them through many turns in life. Now, Allyson's brother Scott and Eric's brother Steve are going to do a reading.
Thank you. Hi, guys.
Tell everyone that when the day is out, we shall have a wedding or a hanging. Either way, we're going to have a lot of fun, huh? Robin Hood, men in tights.
Gravitation cannot be held responsible for people falling in love. How on earth can you explain, in terms of chemistry and physics, so important a biological phenomenon as first love? Put your hand on the stove for a minute, and it seems like an hour. Sit with that special girl for an hour, and it seems like a minute. That's relativity. Albert Einstein.
Oh.
He's gonna wear a wig, though.
We need to remember what's important in life. Friends, waffles work, or waffles, friends work. Doesn't matter. Work's always third. Leslie knows. I think that's right.
There were waffles in the hotel.
Yeah.
For small creatures, such as we, the vastness is bearable only through love. That's Carl Sagan.
Remember these words, Eric. As you wish. Wesley, the Princess Bride.
In my opinion, the best thing you can do is find a person who loves you for exactly what you are. Good mood, bad mood, ugly, pretty, handsome, what have you. The right person will still think the sun shines out of your ass. That's the kind of person that's worth sticking with.
You have the ring, and I see your Schwartz is as big as mine. Now let's see how well you handle it. Spaceballs.
Scott, I kind of think that should have been my line. Okay. So, the last one. Be excellent to each other.
Party on, dudes.
Okay, thank you. Apparently Schwartz has a second meaning. I'm not sure what that is. So I can The bride and groom have asked me to give them some final advice before they take their vows. Now this is very meaningful to me, as I have been waiting 30 years for someone in this generation to ask me to give them advice. So this is going to be good. I've been married to my wife Nancy, who should be here over there, for 38 years now, and I have lots of advice to give regarding marriage. But I've been instructed to keep this under 5 minutes, so I'm going to do that. And what did we do? My advice is very simple. First, marriage has ups and downs. There will always be good times and there will always be difficult times. Allyson and Eric already know this. My first piece of advice is simple. Stay loyal to each other during the difficult times and celebrate and enjoy to the maximum the good times. That's advice number one. My second piece of advice is that you both share a great sense of humor. When life is too complicated to understand, humor is usually the best way through. Advice number 2. Third, it is important and proper that each of you, Allyson and Eric, always allow each other to have different opinions, and that you share and respect each other's different views. Differences of opinion give you a larger perspective, make your decision-making processes sharper, and ultimately enable you to be more effective people. However, allowing differences of opinion between you must be subject to one very important ground rule, and that is that Allyson is always right. Another way to say this, happy wife, happy life. Another way to say it, the 2 most important words in a marriage, yes, dear. So that's all the advice I have on differences of opinion. But I have more. Here's my final piece of advice, and you have to listen carefully because this is consequence. Eric and Allyson are unusually creative, sensitive, and intelligent people, and so naturally they are sensitive to details, and they crave perfection. I think this is universal among artistic people. But in the details, people are imperfect. Life is imperfect. So marriage in the details is imperfect. So for this, I came up with this. You can still view the marriage as a whole, the family, the friends, the context as something perfect, even though the details, like life, are imperfect. Please let me change my page. So by analogy, I decided to give Allyson and Eric this piece of coral, which I purchased in central Mexico, far from the ocean, where it came from an estate and may have been carried there, maybe hundreds of years ago from the ocean. This coral shell is covered with small imperfections made by life all over it, flawed in little bits, like humans are flawed, but beautiful and perfect as a whole. So I decided to give this to Allyson and Eric today as a symbol. However, when I ran this by my wife Nancy, my wife of 38 years, she said, and I quote, "This rock might be okay in an aquarium." She said it again. This rock might be okay in an aquarium. Therefore, based on all of this, I have concluded that this beautiful little stone carries important symbolic meaning on many different levels. And so, I give this to Eric. You may put it in your pocket now. It's to both of you. But don't ever put it in an aquarium. So that's my advice. And I think Allyson and Eric do not need any more advice than this. Okay. Allyson and Eric are both creative people. They like to control situations and do things.
Way too into our DIY Halloween costumes. You're also a pretty freaking awesome dancer. And that's what happened. And right on the outset, I realized how easily we communicated with each other, good or bad. You've always just wanted me to be me, and I've never felt more comfortable being me with anyone else. Yeah. You're incredibly thoughtful both as a friend and as my partner, and you push me to be more considerate, to take my time with things, and to be more patient. And I appreciate being more relaxed and adventurous and like go with the flow and maybe break a rule once in a while. And no matter if we're having amazing time or a terrible time, I promise to always laugh with you, to see the bright side of things and to keep it moving. I promise to listen to your ideas and to compromise here and there. I promise to tease you lovingly about almost everything, almost all the time. I promise to love you as my partner and my best friend. As the person I want to hang out with all the time. To ride roller coasters with, to stay home with, to go kayaking with, to argue with, to get weird with, to be bored with, to have a family with, and to grow old with. You're the one for me, and I feel incredibly lucky to have you as my other half, and I love you so much.
Yeah. Thank you. Eric?
Now I feel like I should have gone first. Oh man. I met you at just the right time. I was in a good place. I knew myself better than I ever had. I was confident, and I was being honest with myself about what I wanted. I knew what I was looking for. I was eager to find it, and then I found it. The first thing I noticed about you from your pictures was your smile. The first thing I noticed in person was your Midwestern accent. I still love both of those things, even though you say Reese's Cup instead of Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. Reese's rhymes with pieces. Can you believe it? As many people may have witnessed the last 24 to 48 hours, it is generally very hard for me to make decisions. I'm an overthinker. I agonize over what I'm going to eat for every meal, what I'm going to wear every day, and what I need to pack for a trip, and what kind of bourbon to buy for my wedding. But deciding that I wanted to marry you was easily the easiest decision I've ever made. When we first got engaged, I never would have expected the experience we got. I thought we would travel and go on roller coasters and generally be happy. Instead, I found out just how caring and selfless and strong you are. So I can't wait to do all of those fun things with you over the next 50, 60, 70 years. We'll have so much room for activities. You have already proven that you're there for me through sickness and health, good times and bad, joy and sorrow, the typical wedding vows. And I hope you know that you can count on me to be there for you through the best, the worst, and everything in between. I always want to be around you, sometimes to a fault. I hope to always see that smile and continue to hear your endearing Midwestisms. I love you unconditionally. I admire how hard you work. I respect your ability to create. There's no question we're able to laugh and cry together. And I will always make sure you know how special and amazing you are.
This is not a comedy wedding. Okay. Thank you. Eric, please place the ring on Allyson's finger. Do you, Eric, take Allyson to be your wife, in love and in friendship, in strength and in weakness, through joy and sadness from this day forward? Allyson, please place hand on Eric's finger. You, Allyson, take Eric to be your husband, in love and in friendship, in strength and in weakness, through joy and sadness, from this day forward. And with all your family and friends as witnesses, and with the power not vested in me by the state of Pennsylvania, and now pronounce you man, husband, and wife. You may now kiss the bride. Now let's celebrate.
Somebody bring the platter of food.
Yeah,
How you doing?